All right, so this is Tom. Tom's one of our beautiful olive pythons that we use here in our shows in Alice Springs, and he'll come straight up. Now, olive pythons are normally found in the top of Northern Territory, so these are found right up in the top end, but we use these in our shows here in Alice, and they're a beautiful snake. They can get to be very, very big. So Tom's actually only quite small. If I hold him out, you can see that he's only about 2 metres long. When he's full grown, he could be over 4 metres, so they can get to be very, very big. These are quite gentle animals, and there is a thing with olive pythons. Some are really good and others are not so good. But when you get a really good one, they are really, really good, as you can see. And he's flicking his tongue in and out there, and he's smelling everything he comes across, and that's his main sense. So with snakes, their eyesight is not so good. They can't hear. And of course, his sense of smell through his tongue is extremely good. The other thing he's got, which is interesting to point out, is on the side of his face there, just below his eyes, in the side of his mouth there, that's his heat sensing pits. So pythons can detect body heat, and of course venomous snakes in Australia can't do that, whereas the pythons can. So these little guys here, they can hunt at night time, and they can find their prey, whether it be a fruit bat, a bird roosting. They can find their prey at night time quite easily just through those heat sensors alone, and they're highly effective. So he can eat quite big food. A really big one of these will quite happily scoff down a full-grown rock wallaby, so they'll eat really good sized food. Of course, if he eats a rock wallaby, he'll have a huge big bulge in him for quite a while, and it's going to take him a fair while to chew through that food, whereas here we feed him rats, and he gets 1 rat a week, so that's what he gets fed here. Now, he's very comfortable with people, and that's because he's grown up in captivity. So if you were to see one of these in the wild, then of course, and you tried to touch one, they would probably, or first of all, they would try and flee, but if they couldn't, they are capable of biting. And inside that mouth there, he's actually got around about 60 or so razor sharp teeth, and he can inflict a very painful bite. And a big one has quite large teeth, up to about 1 centimetre long, so they can inflict a fairly large bite. So if you do see one in the wild, they're best left alone. So it's always better to come to a place like this where you can handle them in safety. And because he's grown up with people, he's very used to people. The only thing you don't want to do is smell like a rat, because that's what we feed him here. So as long as you smell like a human, you're pretty well fine. As you can see, Tom here is quite capable of sitting on me and just cruising around. He's quite happy to do that. And as long as he knows he's not going to get hurt, he's very happy doing what he's doing. And the other thing, of course, is if I hold him under light, I'll give you another perspective of him. So he looks like he looks at the moment, but if I actually put him under direct light, you'll see some beautiful rainbow colours coming out of his body, and he's absolutely stunning. So if you ever hear Aboriginal people talk about the rainbow serpent, this is one of the snakes across Australia that form the rainbow serpent. And he is really stunning. And imagine if you were up in the top end, and of course you saw one of these coming out of the water, it would look even better with the magnification and the rainbow colours coming out of the body. So they're absolutely stunning. So if you take him out of light, the colour disappears straight away. So the colour moves, and then as soon as you put him back under the light, the colours come out instantly, and you can see these beautiful rainbow colours. Now in here we're under LED lights, so under LED lights you don't get full spectrum. So if we were to take him out into the sunshine, he would actually be absolutely stunning in beautiful sunshine, and his colours would be even better. But he's a beautiful animal. He's around about 9 years old now, and these can live to about 40 years of age. So they can live for a very, very long time and grow to be one of the biggest snakes in Australia. So that's Tom, and he's a very lovely olive python, normally found up in the top end of Northern Territory, but he resides here with us at the Alice Springs Reptile Centre.